What's that? What is this?
What's up, Chaz?
Hey man, we're here
We are.
in our shop.
VideoCast 6.1, Season 2, VideoCast 6.1, Paul's Workbench.
Workbench.
You put a light on my workbench.
I did put a light on the workbench.
Why-
See,
why
there's
did
a
you
light,
put a light?
right on the workbench, so that there would be let there be light.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
On the subject of the day,
On
which
the-
is my
yes, let
F6
there be
Cube.
light. And we have a wonderful thing here that have. What'd you do yesterday?
Well, I went to Dirt Burners and Club Raced, and up at Dirt Burners they have a giant, pretty good sized triple jump right now, and I kind of nose dove it. Yeah, like third or fourth time I went over it.
You didn't
In
case it.
practice. A little bit.
A
Well,
little
it
bit?
wasn't. I didn't. I mean, I lawn darted it. I didn't case it and like bounce over.
Yeah.
No, I just flat out lawn darted it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dial driving there.
No.
No. No, not
No.
dial driving.
Well, I
So
mean,
what did you do?
It was my first pack on the track, so.
Okay.
You know.
So what did you do?
Well, what I kind of wanted to show you guys is a little bit of buckling has occurred on this nose bridge stiffener top piece. That's the official part name. That actually is the part. Nose bridge stiffener top.
comma, top.
We have the nose bridge spacer, the nose bridge itself, the nose bridge stiffener bottom, and the nose bridge stiffener top. Anyway, but if you look carefully, there's some buckling right where that piece hits the front column.
The front standoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not a major concern, but I kind of wanted to get two messages across to the people of X6 Cubes out there. One, in a general sense, make sure you keep an eye on these four bolts. You know, this bolt, 1, 2, 3, and the bolt up from the bottom. Because that whole nose bridge structure is incredibly important to the car, and the tension that those bolts hold is what makes the car hold together.
And don't we also want to make sure that our top deck screws are nice and snug all the time? And
There is a lot of force. I mean, you guys, everyone knows the abuse we put our race cars under, and there is so much force that comes up in through this top plate on the car. And so you really need to make sure that those stiffeners are tight so that the whole front end remains rigid. I mean, keep an eye out for this kind of thing. Now, this is something the average club racer, you probably don't need to replace that, but you definitely want to keep an eye on it. Me being who I am with the J Concepts race and RC Excitement coming up, I'm going to replace that top piece and to make sure my car's in tip-top
replace
shape.
the stiffener.
Yeah, the top, just that top stiffener.
Yeah. Well, and when you take it apart, you probably will inspect the rest of
Of course.
And I understand that there are people who have glued them together.
Yeah, and I don't think
that
that's
might be
a terrible idea. The only thing is that if by leaving them separate, you know, I can replace just the part that's worn or
And also you can inspect each part,
individually,
which you can't do if they're all glued together.
In original testing, I want to tell you guys that we didn't have this very top piece in the car. And the first prototype cars that we had, we started noticing cracks right on that joint between the chassis and the nose piece. And when we finally added that very top stiffener, that's when those cracks, you know, that wasn't a problem anymore. So that's why all those pieces are necessary. We tested without, you know, with just the three pieces, and the car wasn't as strong as we wanted it to be. So I wanted to kind of take this opportunity to show you guys what had happened to my car and the kind of maintenance that I do on my personal vehicles, and just make sure you keep an eye out and keep those bolts tight.
Now, I've had people tell me that we have trouble getting our batteries in and out.
Yeah, I've seen a few posts. I don't know that anyone's had trouble with it, but I've seen a few posts wondering just how hard it is, because the battery's kind of screwed in there, and it looks very, I don't know if it looks complicated or busy, or just it looks, you know, like battery access might be an issue. And so another thing to show you guys here, and this is really simple, this is how I change my batteries. I just take out this very back screw and slide the battery out.
And that's it?
And that's simple, yeah. Then you can balance it, charge it, put it in your LiPo sack, and when you want to put it back in, I lost my screw. It's under your light, Chaz.
Oh man, well we couldn't do this without a light.
And I just put that screw back in. And
there it is.
That's a quick battery change.
There it is. Okay.
So, it really is pretty simple, and don't be discouraged by how maybe complicated the top deck and battery strap looks. The car is really nice and easy to work with.
Okay.
All right.
Say goodbye, Paul.